Topics for today: why is no one suing Koreaboo, ALLKPOP, PANNCHOA? Is it because they are simply quote unquote translating articles from Korean sites and reporters and that keeps them safe from defamation? Don't journalists or media outlets follow some ethical guidelines the way lawyers, doctors, and teachers do? Why has Source Music not filed a complaint against Minhee Jin? What can we do as fans to be able to protect ourselves from trashy write ups and media personalities, and also to protect our favorite artists?
Okay, so this one is a request this is based on the questions that you guys sent. Some of this I've already discussed in my past videos, but I decided I was just going to do it because many of you were asking about it. And please continue sending me questions, and if I can answer them, I will. If I can't, then I'll probably go and find somebody that can. But I appreciate your trust, and you please know that I'm always doing my best for you guys. All right. Please like this video and subscribe and hit that notification button, and of course share the video if you can. All right, onto the video.
They can sue. The problem is, will they win, and is the battle even worth it? So there are certain things to remember. Before I proceed, let me go through some of them. These are some concepts that you need to remember. 1. Morally wrong is different from legally wrong. Second, it's not about what is the truth, it's about what you can actually prove. Third, each country has its own culture. The country's culture actually affects concepts of freedom and rights, and that affects the interpretation and implementations of law. Fourth, going to court is not cheap. The best lawyers try to settle out of court because going to court is very, very expensive, not just financially, but also time-wise. It's very consuming mentally and emotionally as well. Next, presenting evidence isn't enough. The evidence actually has to prove beyond reasonable doubt that what you are accusing the plaintiff of is actually accurate. Legally wrong versus morally wrong. Calling someone a derogatory term is morally wrong, but it's not necessarily legally wrong. If I say, I wish the man dies, that's morally wrong, but legally it isn't automatically wrong. Because the natural question of the court is, so what? If she said that she wishes you dead, what happened to you? Did it affect you financially, mentally, emotionally? Now the man is free to claim that, but then the next question is, well, then you have to prove it. In court, you have to prove your claims. Whatever you say, you need hard facts to back it up. You can't say, he damaged my reputation by calling me fat or by wishing me dead. What's your proof that your reputation is damaged? In defamation, there are two types of defamation: libel, which is written, and slander, which is spoken. There are 4 things to consider, and all elements must be present for it to be proven defamation: identification, publication, fault, and harm. Fault and harm are the 2 that are harder to prove. Identification, for as long as you can identify who is the target of the piece. Publication, as long as it is spoken in public or written. But fault, the question is, did they do something they should not have done, or the other way? Did they fail to do something they should have done? For example, in getting the information that I want, did I enter a room that I wasn't supposed to enter? That's an example of doing something I shouldn't have done. But if it's the other way, for example, did I not verify my facts or my information before publishing? Did I not do something I should have done? Harm is the material damage to the person that is being targeted by the slander or libel. Exactly what kind of financial, physical, or emotional or mental damage did the person suffer because of what the other person said or wrote? And you need to be able to correlate that damage to the action. For example, if I say I lost a project because I was called fat, I need to be able to prove that it was in fact what the other person said that made me lose that project, and not just because I wasn't talented. So, for example, Source Music can say, well, we started not selling CDs after they said that Eugene cannot sing. You have to prove to the court that it was in fact what I said that made people not buy the CD and not something else. It isn't enough that you're proving damage. You also need to relate directly that the damage and what the other person said or wrote are related. Next, jurisdiction. Where do you sue them? You have to sue them where the crime, quote unquote, happened. But because Koreaboo, ALLKPOP, and PANNCHOA are all digital, you sue them usually in their place of business. Korea and ALLKPOP are registered in the US. And the thing about America is that it has a very, very high tolerance when it comes to freedom of expression. And I'm sure you've heard people cursing the president, releasing sex tapes of other people creating gossips about other people, and they are out living their life free and will forever be. Adore recently just asked YouTube for the identity of the YouTube channel posting bad things about New Jeans, and nothing happened. They wanted the identity of the person that's posting all of these videos because they wanted to sue her or him in Korea, where the court actually gives harsher punishments when it comes to defamation. It takes a lot, and I mean a lot, to convict someone of defamation here. But it's also that same freedom and tolerance that provide people venue for an open dialogue, like Twitter or X or YouTube. People enjoy saying anything they want to say, and only the extremes get blocked. That's US freedom of speech for you. You have to remember that the only time you know freedom of speech is at work is when the person you don't like gets to say things you don't want to hear. Of course, that should be within reason, but you get my drift. Can they use translation as an excuse? In other words, because most of the articles being published by Koreaboo and ALLKPOP were just translated from a Korean publication, can they use that as an excuse to not get sued? No. As I've said above, the test lies in the 4 elements of libel: publication, identification, harm, and fault. Even if they are just translating the article, it is still their responsibility to verify the information that they are publishing. Can Min Hee-jin be sued by Source Music and Big Hit? I answered this in another video. As far as my memory serves, she didn't say anything against Source Music or Big Hit that is defamatory. She didn't say anything that could cause harm, that may be proven beyond reasonable doubt. The defamatory statements that she made were actually against B-Lift, and that was about B-Lift copying her concept, and B-Lift already filed a complaint against her. But against Source Music, she did say Sakura and Chaewon were signed by Source Music and they debuted first. That's not defamatory. She didn't say anything scathing about Sakura or the agency. So remember, saying things like they suck or they're unkind or they were bullying me, those aren't necessarily defamatory. Those things may be used to file a complaint, but those things aren't enough to win a defamation case. Can the media be sued for lying? I've sort of answered this already. A moral violation isn't always equivalent to a legal violation. Lying is wrong, it is immoral, but it isn't always illegal. When it comes to lying, it should only be a part of the case, but it's not the only requirement. If I say Jane Smith is ugly and she's actually pretty, she can't sue me for slander unless I caused harm on her. Did she lose her job? Did she suffer abuse because of what I said? Moral is different from what is legal. As fans, is there anything we can do to make sure that we're shielded from all of those low quality news, or at least we can protect the art and the artists that we love?
Okay, I hope you found that helpful. If you are subscribed to my Patreon, you would know that there is a project that I'm doing to try and help in this situation and just sort of improve the kind of reporting and journalism that we have for K-pop and for Asian entertainment in general. So if you're not a member yet, please go ahead and subscribe to me on Patreon. Please like this video, subscribe and hit that notification button, and share the video if you can. Thank you so much. Of course, please get in touch with me in any of the social media links that you see on your screen right now, X or Twitter, and of course on Instagram, and you can email me anytime. Thank you. I appreciate you.